Hey guys, good morning and welcome. Today we are doing exactly what it looks like we're gonna do. We're gonna cut some hay down. It's our third cut and it's very mature, but with circumstances the way they were, this is kind of what it worked to. So we do have 50 acres done, but we got 150 acres with everything to cut today and tomorrow. So let's get to it. So we've decided to leave this field for now. There's hardly enough here to make it worth it. Plus, the Discbine is so iffy. Well, that was a far drive for nothing. I hit a piece of wood. Wrecked the Discbine a bit, so... So it is going to be very interesting to see how much alfalfa we get. I don't have high hopes. I hope we got a little bit of new growth underneath, because the late stuff it's going to be hard to get a lot of quality out of it, I feel like. But so there's definitely more quantity here than was on our other third cut we cut, but the quality I'm a little concerned about. Okay, we're done that field. We're just gonna top up with fuel. It is over half full of fuel, but the next farm we're going to is further away and it's like 50 acres there, small field, so it could actually take the rest of the day or a lot of the day. So we obviously don't want to run over. So as you can see, there is not much here right at this spot. There's more over there. It's up and down and it's borderline hardly worth it, but the good spots kind of make it worth it. I don't know what to say, but we'll finish this field. There's some more small fields that definitely more just like this and not worth it. We're not going to do. This farm needs manure in the worst way. We should be hauling some manure over, but it's hard to get time. It's a little further away. We do put fertilizer on, obviously, but and generally it's better than this. So I think partly contributed to the dry weather too. Like I said, this field is up and down. Right here, it's like incredible. Not sure what the difference exactly is. Dad came over to take over for me. I'm going home to eat lunch. It is already 4 o'clock, so I'm getting hungry. And then I'll be back cutting as soon as that's done. And not sure what Gary will be up to by then, but... So before I go take over disbining for Dad, I got a few other things I want to do here. One of them being, this here is our winter wheat seed. We got it cleaned and treated. We just kept some of ours back. So what's in here, and then this wagon here is full. Obviously we want to get that inside. This one does have a tarp, but even a tarp can be not perfect, so we're just going to put them both inside. Then we're going to put the quick hitch on here and get it ready for straw, so Mark can grab some more straw either later on today or tomorrow. Okay, hitch is installed. The wagons are ready to roll. Tomorrow morning, I believe Mark's coming and he's gonna grab a bunch of straw. Possibly, we might be finishing up gathering the straw. It's been a while, and our straw is probably the last straw on the field, like anywhere. But we're getting there. And then we're gonna spread the rest of those oats and disc them in, get the oats starting to grow up, and all that jazz. But for now, we are going to head out to the field, see how Gares do. So a small change in plans. I am actually cleaning out some calf hutches before I go take over discbining. Because when we get the call that there's a field calf, we want to be able to put it in a hutch right away. But before we do that, we are just at my favorite store here. Just grabbed myself an ear of corn out here. Still pretty juicy, but it's drying down for sure. Not huge cobs, but for the kind of weather we've had, we'll take it, I think. See what Dad has to say about it. Okay, we're almost done here for the evening, but we got one more thing I want to do before I quit, and that is cut around this cornfield. I had planted oats around here because we have a pull type harvester and I didn't like trampling all the corn, so I planted oats around here. And for some reason we got a bunch of alfalfa that grew up here. Don't ask me any questions, but we also have some oats that came back up. So we're gonna cut around here and get some more green feed, I guess. So I stand corrected, it's mostly weeds and I do not like that. So here's the deal. I'm hoping to plant IP beans in here next spring. And obviously for IP beans, you want your weed control to be, well, under control. And the cornfield's good. It's clean, as far as I can tell. But we're gonna have issues with the outside here. And these issues could actually go on for years. Not the end of the world, but this is why I just tried it in one field to see how it would go, and I'm not impressed. It's just, honestly, it's not worth it. It's just not. I mean, you could go and plant some more oats after you take the first cut off, but that's a lot of extra work. Maybe if it will work in with something else. I'll have to think some more about that, but right now I'm not overly happy about that for the reasons I just said. We got close to 100 acres to cut tomorrow. Our oats here are starting to look pretty good, greening up, so that's good to see. Good morning. I was just greasing the discbine this morning and I noticed something. The stone guard is off here, so it looks like the bolts broke off, so I'm going to try to weld a nut on there and get the bolts out, and then I think Dad's going to take off. If I can get that, Dad's going to take off and start cutting again. So sometimes it takes a few times, but we got the first nut welded on, and sometimes it comes out easy and sometimes it decides to be a struggle. I guess we'll find out which time. We'll let it harden up a bit. Wow, this might be too easy. I mean, I should be careful before I say that, but I think it's coming. Okay, that's good. There it is. Okay, just one more. Hopefully that one goes as smooth. Okay, 3/4 hour later, we got her fixed up and ready to roll. So Dad is going out to cut now. I'm gonna have a quick bite to eat and then I'll take over for him. Okay, we're just out in the field here. Gonna take over for Dad now. This here is new seeding. So we had taken a crop of wheat off of here and some alfalfa's growing up, so we're taking it off. It's looks fairly mature, but see what we get. So there's not a whole lot here. We didn't get the rain, it was dry. Still not bad how dry it was. A little bit of wheat has grown up in here again, and it's gonna make, I don't know how this feed's gonna test. Another field done. The road again. We're now heading to the Marcy farm, which is the furthest farm away that we rent, and we have alfalfa in there. Fingers crossed it won't be too much. No, I'm kidding. Well, that was a far drive for nothing. I was going around the field. I'm like, it's not worth it. It's not worth cutting it. It got weevil in, so I'm not sure if we got to spray it or if now that we have rain, that'll kind of get some new growth and that'll clear up. It just wasn't worth it. And as I was going around, I hit a piece of wood, wrecked the discbine a bit, so cutting it would not be an option anyway. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna fix the discbine. We got one more field to cut it home. So we got a bit lucky here. Basically, the only damage that was done is these here are called crop lifters, and this side broke off, and the knife and everything on this side, so that creates it to be extremely lopsided, and it just vibrates like crazy and doesn't work right. So if we just replace that, and I think we're good to go again. I think, being the key word. Okay, so we got that fixed. We're gonna run it here shortly and make sure everything's working. But I'm gonna explain to you here why what one piece of equipment can be good for one farmer and absolutely not good for another farmer. Personally, I would never recommend one of these to anybody. But the reason it works for us is because we bought this brand new for around 40 grand. I've heard crazy numbers now, they're around 80 grand. They're absolutely not worth that in my opinion. But everyone has different opinions. Maybe we just got a lemon, I don't know. But we've had issues, now maybe we did just get a lemon, because we've had issues on this side with, there's a bolts that come in from the back to hold on the cutter bar. And if you look here, that goes up and down and in and out. It's looking pretty brutal, to be honest. And this spring, last spring I fixed it. I actually put bigger bolts in and thought I'm gonna fix it right. And it did last for quite a while. Well, it's coming apart again. And the reason these discbines are good for me is I know them inside and out. I know exactly what needs to be done and I can do that. So that's why right now we don't have any interest in changing the discbines, but it is a pain to keep working on it. But we do cut a lot of acres, so you know, it is what it is. Oh, this is growing up really nice. This would be a fourth cut, but I don't think we're gonna wait for that to materialize because we got to get it sprayed and killed off and get it ready for, so we can work it up nice next winter. We're gonna be putting corn in this field next year, so want it burned off good before winter sets in. So we've decided to leave this field for now. There's hardly enough here to make it worth it. Plus, the discbine is so iffy. So I'm gonna start pulling it apart tonight and see what we get figured out. But this field, we're gonna let it sit a bit longer. Not sure if we're gonna take a cut off later this year or not. We'll see how it looks by then. Just out here looking at our beans right now. They look good. Not sure exactly how much we're gonna get, but definitely got some beans here. Grind never stops, am I right? We got the discbine unhooked here now. The plan now has changed to, it's Saturday today, early Monday morning. I'm gonna start ripping that apart, getting that, try to get that fixed up because maybe we're gonna cut that field anyway Monday. It's supposed to be nice through till Wednesday. Right now, we're gonna be hooking this onto the sprayer. We got a bunch of spray, it's like 4:30 now, so maybe we can get, I don't know, 50 acres sprayed or something tonight. That's what we'll try to do anyway. So this load of straw here represents the second last load of straw that we have out in the field. So one more load and we got it all home. So that is exciting. Okay, it is 6 o'clock. Can we get 65 acres sprayed before 8? I don't know. It's 4 fields, so it's not all one field. So I believe we're gonna put some fall wheat in this field, so be good to get it burned down so we can get some wheat planted. Next field, I believe we'll also be putting wheat in this field. Okay, this is the last field of the evening. This is the field actually just behind my driving shed here. And I think next spring we're going to be throwing corn in here. So this field will have corn, that field will have corn, and that field will have corn. So between the 3 fields, we might be 60, 65 acres, 70 acres, somewhere around there. This will be all of our corn silage, essentially. Well, that went better than my wildest dreams. 7:30 and we're done, so good. Okay, before we quit for the night, we got to take this here skid steer and bring some corn back for these here veal calves. Hey guys, time to head in. Okay, let's head back and feed the calves. Looks like Jake got to start getting the straw bales in here today, so that's good to see. I don't know, the coverall's maybe a third full. And we got, as you can tell, a fair few more to get in here yet. So right now the veal calves are going through 1 tote full of corn a week. Okay guys, just gotta feed him yet, and I believe that will conclude the video, so stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. If this is your first time stumbling across this channel, go ahead and subscribe so you can see more videos like this. Share it to a friend as well. If you have friends that enjoy farming content, this video will be good for them. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.